Hey Ursa, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about vaccines, and it's honestly making me kind of scared to even get them. Do you mind helping me out by giving me some sort of information about them?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Corey. So, what questions do you have? Do you want just a basic information, or do you have any specific questions you want to ask?
Well, yeah, can we first start with just how a vaccine even works?
Yeah, of course. So, let me actually show you a little picture that could give you a better idea.
Yeah.
So, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. All right. So, just a little overview on how vaccines work. So, if you see this image right here, this is an image of viruses, right? It's a weak or dead form of the germ that's introduced to your body. So that's usually what's in the injection. And then this sparks your immune system, your immune response to develop antibodies to remember that germ. So it's kind of introducing the virus in a weakened or dead form to your body just so it gets accustomed to it and it's more aware. Once the antibodies that come in contact, right, with the actual pathogen or the actual germ, right, it has a better immune response and a quicker time reaction than it would have if you didn't have that vaccine. Do you understand that a little bit better?
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Is it safe to put in my body though?
It actually is. So, the United States currently has the safest vaccine supply according to the CDC. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So, we actually, if you look at this table right here, this gives you a little oversight on the diversity of who has been tested on. And I know among people of color, among minorities, it's more hesitant. But you see here, in regards to race and ethnicity, there has been a greater diversity in clinical testing with Pfizer and Moderna specifically for the COVID vaccine. So, as you know, or as you may not know, because a lot of people don't, I didn't know this until I researched it as well. Each vaccine has a process that they must go through with the FDA.
Mhm.
So, before they could be used, there's many regulations, many protocols that you must undergo before even being produced. So even if some people may say that it was quickly produced or it wasn't researched as well, each vaccine has a protocol and regulations that they must follow before they are given. Does
Yeah,
that does that help you understand it a little bit better?
yeah. I think I really understand it more. I guess I'm just still a little hesitant because I've been hearing a lot of stuff. Like I heard that it's true that it makes women infertile. I've heard that a lot about the COVID vaccine. Is that true?
So, just giving you a bit more overview. You're asking amazing questions, by the way.
Thank
So, just a little bit of overview. You're actually not the first person to wonder about infertility regarding vaccines, specifically to COVID-19. So, don't be afraid to ask this question to anyone. And I'm glad you're able to ask it to me because people do believe that within the COVID vaccine, there is um, a claim that it contains syncytin 1, which is actually vital for human placenta. This is not the case. So, destruction of this protein would disrupt the formation, leading to infertility or miscarriage. And that's why people believe that the COVID vaccine may lead to infertility, but that's not the case at all, actually, because COVID vaccine doesn't contain it at all. So, just looking right here, this is just data for post vaccination local reactions in pregnant women and non pregnant women between the ages of 16 and 54. So, just systemic reactions such as fatigue, headaches, fever, chills, these are all within dose one of Pfizer and dose two of Pfizer, and then Moderna dose one. As you can see, blue is pregnant and orange is not pregnant. And the women who were pregnant or those who are capable of being pregnant reported fatigue, headache, and myalgia at lesser rates than women who aren't pregnant or those who can get pregnant but just weren't pregnant at this time. Does that help a little bit more? Do you have any questions regarding Sintictin one or its role or lack thereof in the COVID vaccine?
Yeah, I think that definitely explains it. I think the only other question I have or something that I'm so iffy about is that, as you know, we've seen the vaccine schedules, and don't you think it's like a lot to put in our bodies all at once? Like, I don't know, I feel like it will overwhelm my immune system. What do you think about that?
So I am aware of CC schedule, and many children between the ages of from birth to 18 are on the schedule of their vaccines. And you would be surprised to know that the vaccination schedule has been researched and is constantly being reviewed to provide the best protection. So by this I mean we have certain vaccines that we're given, right? From birth to 18, as I mentioned, right? But every day we're faced with so many germs just right when we're born. So the immune system constantly faces antigens way more than any vaccine combination introduces to the body. So the body is introduced by a vaccine, right? Which could be 150 altogether, right? If you're looking at that whole schedule. But our immune system faces way more antigens than we could ever introduce to our body. So it's safe to say that following the vaccination schedule can help ensure that you're protected at a young age and allow you to continue into adulthood. Any questions regarding safety or anything regarding our immune system?
Mhm. Well, that I just want to say that makes so much more sense, and I get that. Um, I guess in terms of safety, the last question I have is just something I've been hearing a lot. Is it true that vaccines can cause autism or even sometimes death? That's honestly all I've been hearing about the vaccine, and I don't really know what to believe. So that's the only thing I need cleared up.
Of course, I could definitely help with that. So that is a myth that has been debunked constantly. And unfortunately, this is due to a paper that was produced in the Lancet. If you just look right here, this woman also had the same question, and you're not alone. People are constantly researching this question nonstop. So the myth began actually in 1998. I know we're in 2022 now, but it is constantly being brought up. As I mentioned, the Lancet published a paper, but they also retracted it, and this was a claim between measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, so MMR vaccine, not sure if you've heard of it, and the correlation with autism. So with this, there has been a study that has been tested, research reviewed, where it took children who did receive the vaccine and they were also related to siblings who were diagnosed on the spectrum, and it's been proven that there was no correlation. It was actually a group, and I have right here a group of more than 95,000 children that they studied, and there was no correlation or connection whatsoever.
Wow.
Any other questions regarding that link of autism and vaccine?
No, not really. That actually answered all of my questions.
Oh, perfect. So here's a little tip. So it's just a little meme we like to throw around in the science world.
Mhm.
And I know you heard this a lot where people are constantly saying that you'll die if you get vaccinated, but you've actually received vaccines when you were born. You
Yeah,
find it kind of funny,
yeah,
the Muppet.
yeah. It's really funny.
And and just me sitting here having being fully vaccinated, we still alive. So we are fortunate enough to have researchers, scientists constantly looking for new ways for vaccines, and we are fortunate to be in a country that has one of the safest vaccine schedule in the world. Um, so just try being healthy, stay safe, and live your life the best you can.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No, that's it. But thank you so much for explaining that for me. I appreciate it.
No, of course. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.